officers. So thank you, Chief Ralph Uwazurike, for your time today. And make we start with that incident when we happened yesterday. How you react when you hear the news about the attack on the prison and the police headquarters for Owerri yesterday?
First and foremost, you get one thing where you say now. You say na police or I think IG will say na IPOB will do am. IPOB don't come say no be didn't do am. And for IG to talk say na IPOB will do am, in there wrong. IG or police they're wrong because you come institute investigative panel. You are not supposed to preempt the panel. Now that panel where you ask to find out the thing where it happened. Now them go say the people where do it. Because the people where they say now them do it. Don't come say they no be them do it. So it's very, very wrong. That's the only correction I want to do there.
And so, because not be only the IGP talk that one, and the reason why I mentioned them that because like when we carry the news in the morning, like when you say nobody fear identify who those people will carry out the attack be, but the IGP later come out to say they don't find out saying that this group of people do harm. And even the governor of the state, Governor Hope Uzodinma, also make mention of the same things. So waiting you go tell the governor of the state, where also joined the IGP to talk, saying that this group of people carried out the attack yesterday.
Okay, and only IGP, where I hear him on, I know hear that of the governor. But whatever be the case, all of them should have waited until the investigation comes out. If you know the people will do them, what did they put the investigation again? If I allow them now, since you know the people will do them, the investigation go tell us, look at the people will do them, look at how they do them, look at how they know to do them. So it's premature at this moment to pinpoint a particular group. Supposing tomorrow no be them after the investigation, what will you say? So I think it's premature now. It's just like putting the cart before the horse. So
I know you say it's premature to try to put a name and a face to the people who carried out the attack yesterday. But if you want to analyze the situation, wait till you will talk about them. Who be these people? And the question where people don't ask because not be only the attack for yesterday, the attack where happened for Owerri yesterday, now something will be like top the other attacks we don't happen. We don't see attacks for other states for the Southeast, targeted attacks against security personnel and even government facilities. So who be these people where they attack government facilities? Who be these people where they attack police officers? Who be these people?
Anyway, now the investigation go find out. We are primarily primarily talk about what happened yesterday. You see, like I told the sister station, BBC, before this time, the talk say there is no security issues in the Southeast, that we don't even need a Mateko type of security or ESN. But since yesterday, I have come to realize that I was wrong, that we have no security, zero security in the Southeast, zero security. Because the thing we involve more than 100 people will come into Owerri. Where they plan them? DSS no here. Military intelligence no here. What did they run? What type of work did they do? Something, conspiracy, we involve more than 100 people. A whole DSS no about it. Military intelligence no about it. They came all the way from outside Imo State, some with the seat of power. Sacked the prisons, sacked CID. God save us said, no go carry our government. They go carry Opposite the man now. Because if they could violate the police, the army, everybody, who is then the governor, they could have taken him. We have zero security here. I'm expecting Immediately this thing happened, the IG of police could have resigned for his incompetence. The Director General of SSS could have resigned for his incompetence. But that, yeah.
So you blame the security personnel for what happened yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
They don't live up to their responsibilities.
Yes, of course. Who else will you blame? To start with, I mean, this thing would have been nipped in the bud from the planning situation where they were sitting together to plan. If the DSS people were aware of it, they couldn't have come to Owerri. Okay, given that they were not aware of it due to incompetence. When they were leaving their location, entering Owerri, nobody saw them. Nobody gave information, even by phone, to DSS or army or police. Say, look, some people are coming. A whole barrage, a convoy of so many cars in midnight. Nobody gave information. And they came to a seat of power. All the policemen ran away like women. Ran away. What do you think?
Make I ask you this question before we go on, because you make mention of something. I don't know where you get that one from, because like you said, investigation never, they never finished investigation to begin to see the full picture of what's in play out for Owerri yesterday. But you talk, say, 100 people, and they no come from Owerri, they no come from Imo State, so they come outside Imo State to come carry out this attack. So who will be these people? That's not the question where people, they try to still wrap their heads around it, try to still understand. Who be these people will carry out the attack? If you talk, say, it did too early, it did very premature to conclude, say, IPOB group carry out the attack, like wait till the IGP and the governor of the states don't talk.
Who will be these people? That's the question everybody is asking. But what I'm telling you is that they themselves told us, both the prison warders and the police, that these people came with so many vehicles and that there are more than 100. Do you understand? What I'm saying is, if it is a real nation where you have security apparatus in place, from the planning stage, the DSS would have known everything. They would have been part of it. They wouldn't have even allowed them to set up the coming into Owerri. They wouldn't have started in the first place. But nothing like that ever works in Nigeria. Nothing like that. What they are interested in is sharing the money. The other day, you heard, I think, the Minister of Defense crying that all the money given for ammunition and others, we are shared by the service chiefs. Otherwise, why are these things not in place in Nigeria? Just like our president, they go London to treat himself, as if putting such hospital in Nigeria is abominable. It's an abomination to have it. He prefers going to London every time. So all of us who don't have money to go to London, we die here. So you see, that's the problem we have here. There's no security. If a group of people, up to 100, can conspire, stay on their own, and plan such a thing, and the state security is not aware of it, which country are you having? I'm asking you, what type of country is this?
Make we go back to the earlier the issue where don't cause some sort of controversy. Who be the people where do them? So the reason why some people go conclude or go try point finger to the IPOB now because of they go say some kind of statements or comments where the leader of that group don't make in the past. They go talk, say those comments, it's like ginger in people to carry out actions or steps to protect themselves or to do some things where they against the state. How you go respond to that?
Before I respond, let me ask you a question. The one where they killed for Ebonyi State, who killed them? Have they investigated? Did they give us the leaders, the names of the leaders who do them? Why is this one so extraordinary? Because they want to protect their hegemony.
No, maybe because the leader of that group don't make some kind of comments.
Please, wait, let me tell you. Excuse me, please.
Say that he go ginger in members to take some action.
Excuse me. We are living in a garrison where the federal government is interested only in protecting those who are in prison, protecting police station that doesn't work for anything. These people who killed our people in Ebonyi State, have they been charged to court? Have they been investigated? Why is this? In this one, nobody died though. The people were so benevolent that they didn't kill anybody. They came and released some people. Even Vanguard this morning wrote that they gave. Wait, can you allow me to talk? I don't like people talking when I'm talking. Please allow me to talk. Who invited me to this?
Okay, sir.
Vanguard wrote this morning. I read that IPOB gave 2 weeks notice to the prison authorities that they should release their members. 2 weeks notice, assuming that it was IPOB and they gave 2 weeks notice. Will you say you didn't know about it? See, they came and released their members. That you say you are security, you have security. What type of relation is this? So all these things we are doing in Nigeria, you should treat equals equally. You must bring justice to play if you want equity, if you want peace. Our people are killed in Ebonyi State. No inquiry. The Ebonyi State governor was crying like a baby on the social media, begging for justice. It was just of late that the vice president went there. But just yesterday, within 24 hours, Buhari, from his hospital bed in London, has condemned it. He never condemned that of Ebonyi State too. He has already given instruction that the perpetrators must be brought to book. He has never given instructions for the perpetrators of Ebonyi murder, mass murder, should be brought to book. What type of country is this? Okay, want me to stay here and start condemning Nnamdi Kanu? I will never condemn it. I will not. Because these people are doing it as if we are not human beings. Our people are killed. Intense, about 30 or so people killed. Nobody has done anything. Then a police station was burnt. Prisoners released. Then the whole nation is boiling. For what? For what? These people who died are they not human beings? I have finished.
Okay, sir. Okay, Chief. So what I wanted to say was that so like you subsequently mentioned it, the president is not in the country, but the vice president don't visit Ebonyi State, and the investigation they on to find out what really happened for Ebonyi State. And just to say clearly, yeah, that waiting happen for Ebonyi State, of course, no be news where person go 1 year, people die, and the life of every Nigerian actually supposed to matter. But some people go ask, because of what you say the group of people where attack the prison, they only release some prisoners. Now,
not from all of them. They release all the prisoners.
I said that you say they released some prisoners, but from the figures and the statistics and waiting the authorities don't tell us now about, if not more than 1,800 prisoners now they release into the society. So people they ask, are you justifying that? Are you justifying waiting the group of people where carried out attack do? How do you defend the fact that over 1,000 prisoners, about 1,800 prisoners, like they tell us, they at large now in this society?
I can never justify violence. I believe in non-violence. I cannot never justify any violence. Hello?
We can hear you, Chief.
Okay, fine. But what I'm saying is, it is the bad system that brings bad people. That's what I'm saying. In a situation where people are killed, the perpetrators, the government pretends as if they are not aware or they don't know the perpetrators. No serious investigation is going on. Then you have another situation somewhere, a lesser situation. You begin to tackle that situation. Let me ask you a question. How many Fulani herdsmen are in prison across the nation? How many of them? Okay, live across the nation. In the Southeast, they have been killing people, doing all sorts of crimes here. How many of them are detained? Which prisons are they detained? The answer is none of them. Then you have another group of people. You detain their own members for even a lesser offense. Because these people are people killing others in their farms. Killing the last one, came to the village and massacred them. None of them is in prison. Then other people, you kept them in prison. Why are you keeping these other people in prison? Are they not human beings? Why are you not keeping the other people in prison? It's just like what happened between the government of Shehu Shagari. This Buhari toppled the government of Shehu Shagari. Then what did he do? He put Alex Ekweme, the vice president, in detention and released the Shehu Shagari as the president. You see, that injustice continues up to today, where equals are not treated equally. You think if an Hausa man commits or a Fulani commits offense, it's not offense. If an Igbo man commits it, he will be killed. He will be investigated. He will be brought to book. The whole nation will be trembling. Or what? I got run. Are we going to run away for you people? I'm not going to condemn anybody. Let them first condemn the Fulani herdsmen and condemn Boko Haram. I've been condemning over time. You can see. I've been condemning in Nandikan. I've been condemning IPO. I've been condemning ESM. But when you sit down, you think about all these things, you begin to ask yourself certain questions. Are we slaves here? Why must the prison be our property? Priority in Southeast? The prison was broken, but the people were killed in a police state. It wasn't the priority of federal government to find out, to stop it. Then it is the backup of a prison that should be a priority. Nonsense.
Okay, Chief, I just wanted to say that the spokesperson for the president don't talk before say hundreds of bandits. That's hundreds of bandits day in detention. So it no be like say they know they arrest others on the other divide where they carry out these acts of violence. But we understand where they come from. You know, this issue don't take ground, and one of the agitation of your group and also the IPOP group for a level playing ground, that what is good for one person should also be good for the other. So the other question where I want to ask now, we are talking about Owerri, but Owerri not be the only place where we see all these pockets of violence. You know, you talked about Ebonyi State and some other states in the Southeast. How you go respond, or what do you get to talk about this violence where they happen across the Southeast? Because some people don't all say deliberate attempt to destabilize the region.
There's something I want to point out. I don't know whether you are aware that some Boko Haram people who were captured some time ago were retrained by the federal government and redeployed into the military and the police. I know you must be aware of. So all these things make the commission of crimes a non-issue. If people who are killing soldiers, policemen, burning houses, committing atrocities in the north are captured, then you absorb them in the army, retrain them, pay them compensation. What are you encouraging? You're encouraging more banditry. You're encouraging more terrorism. And when they begin to happen, you don't have to treat one group with glove hands and try to kill other ones. You treat them equally. So when you ask what is happening in the Southeast, it's not abnormal. It's not abnormal when you can release Boko Haram people that were captured and get them money. And later they went back to their colleagues after giving them money to buy more guns. Then they're telling me what is happening in the Southeast. That's a replica, perhaps, that is happening. So you won't treat those in the Southeast the same, a different way. You have to treat them the way you treated your own brothers in the North. That's my position.
Okay, so before we move on now, you don't talk about how the matter dey pain you, how you feel say the security agency and government when they live up to their responsibility. Wetin you go like to see them do, where go make people take them serious to say, okay, finally they don't wake up and they do what they're supposed to do to end all these attacks and violence for the Southeast.
The thing why I go talk, you know go like them now. You know go like them. The only solution is to divide Nigeria. That's the only. Nigeria is not working. We are just pretending. You know, as you did there now, say Nigeria not work. We are just pretending. In a situation in a country where you have the 5 service chiefs are from one tribe, Fulani, and they're not doing anything. They're just there for nothing. This IG now, when they talk, he's telling you, don't finish you. The president returned him back to do another 3 months. As if he's the only person in Nigeria that service police work. But look at that. Is he competent? The answer is capital no. He's incompetent, grossly incompetent. But he's returned because they're full animal. As if there's no other person in Nigeria that can do that job. So you see that the society we are trying to protect doesn't want protection. The best thing is for all of us to go our different ways. But through non-violence anyway, I will never support violence.
Okay, and that brings me to the next question, Chief. So you and Nnamdi Kanu now start this struggle together, this movement together before Nnamdi Kanu going away to start up IPOB. Some people don't criticize the way he did go about and because you talk about you never support violence. So how you go talk about the way the IPOB leader they go about this talk about setting things right in the Southeast?
Point of correction. I didn't start the struggle with Nnamdi Kanu. I started the struggle in 1999. Nnamdi Kanu joined in 2009, 10 years after. So we didn't start it together. And in a struggle, no struggle has is monodimensional. The struggles have branches. We have many branches. If Nnamdi Kanu wants to take to violence, I will not speak for him. But I will continue to say that I don't believe in violence because I'm a student of Mahatma Gandhi. I don't believe in violence. But I will not stand on his way, whatever he wants to do. But where I feel pissed off is when you begin to treat our people, the Igbos, differently from how you treat others. Then, for instance, we are talking of Boko Haram. People who are killing, we know the number of Nigerian soldiers Boko Haram have killed. The few people they gathered, they captured, you said you give them amnesty, you retrain them, you put them in the army, put them in the police, give them money. What are you encouraging? What are you encouraging? Then, if there is ESN in the Southeast, within 24 hours, you put up a statement from London where you are on sick bed, how they will be exterminated, how they will be killed, how they will done it, how as in what now, as what? I don't know human being. But we are own people. You are not treating them that way. To the extent that cattle rearers, Fulani headers said that the president is their grand patron. The president didn't come out and say, no, I'm not your grand patron. No. He didn't denounce it. Up to today, there is nowhere in the Southeast or any other place where you say in a court, you see cattle rearers or whatever being tried, or a place where they're detained. But you are detaining other people. I mean, it doesn't work that way now. Nobody will support that one.
Okay, sir. So the next question I'm going to ask is still talking about what happened in Owerri yesterday, because as we talk, if we go by waiting the authorities on tell us over 1,000 prisoners day at large now, this society, they don't know where they live. We never hear any updates about their efforts to bring them back in. So, but waiting we don't concerns from some residents about waiting this one will mean, in terms of security. Some people don't talk about their fears and their worries, not only for Imo State, but some other states for that region where some of these people go take refuge. How you go react to that, or how that issue make you feel?
It's a general issue, general problem. In Nigeria today, people are talking of restructuring. Through restructuring, you can have a police system, where our policing system, where the states can handle their security system. The same establishment, those who believe that the owners of Nigeria will not buy into it, because they think whatever they like is what is going to happen. Nobody is going to listen to structuring. Nobody is going to listen to self-determination. Let everybody go his way. They want one Nigeria. Okay, make this one Nigeria work. Let us see. If Nigeria is working, none of us will talk about Biafra, Oduduwa, this and that. We are talking about all this things because the system is not working, and it's to the glare of everybody. Everybody is seeing it. If it is working, for Christ's sake, why should you have undercount? But somebody will come and know that this thing is not working. But instead of making it work, he will be siphoning all the money. Money will be budgeted for security. There will be no guns. The police will not be paid. Army will not be paid. Even if they are paid, something that even a house girl cannot use to buy something. Then these people will share the money and bank it outside and use the money outside. How can that society work? So it's left for them will be the people who will ask this question you're asking me now. Ask them, how do you want it? Since you don't want Nigeria to break up, then how are you going to package security? Now people can get up from one location in their hundreds, storm a whole state capital, ransack the army, the police, sack everybody and do whatever they like and go back. Not a single one of them was caught. I mean, look at it now.
Okay, Chief. So how do you respond to this argument? Some people don't say the Southeast governors, they talk too much, or they somehow quiet about waiting they happen for the region. How you go respond to that? Waiting you go need to see them they do to make you feel say, okay, they do on top of the situation, and they go find solution to make peace come to the Southeast, or to make sure say everything go as it's supposed to be go.
I pity the Southeast governors. They are in a difficult situation. Just yesterday, when this thing happened, I was discussing with a friend. I said, look, these people were at the government prisons for almost 3 hours shooting, ransacking everywhere. That even the army, that is less than 10 minutes drive, couldn't come to help them. My friend reminded me that they required a presidential fiat to come out, that according to the constitution, that the president has to give the order. I remember this too. So in a situation like that, will you blame the governor? The governor who is in his house, the policemen that are supposed to protect him ran away. The army was somewhere, they were not to come out. How do you want the governor, what do you want the governor to do? Same to other governors in the Southeast. You see what is happening? I'm telling you of a situation where one tribe has the 5 service chiefs that don't know anything about security. And look at the security situation in Nigeria. They continue returning them, changing them with the same tribe. So are you going to blame the Southeast governors? What are they going to do? They use what? Okay, look at just of recent, because of what happened. The IG brought more policemen to Imo State because something has happened. He brought more policemen to Imo State. They are the people commanding. They are the people holding everywhere. They are the people from only one tribe, Fulani, dictating what happens in Nigeria. I think more questions should be asked them and not any other person. We are just a conquered territory. But our position is, if we cannot live in this, our territory that we have been conquered, allow us to go now. He don't want us to go through non-violence. He don't want us to go through violence. Then come and kill us now.
Okay, Chief. So this should be like the final question, except something else come up. Election will happen for Anambra State towards the end of the year. Waiting all these things when they happen for the Southwest, with all the violence, all the state attacks and all that, how all these ones will affect the election and what it mean?
What thing concern me concern Anambra election. Nothing concern me. Am I contesting an election? You should ask politicians. We are talking of life and property. Lives and property. That's what we are talking. Before election, is a living person that will vote or be voted for. When we achieve security, we talk of election. If there is no security, okay, assuming that, okay, look at Soludo, the other day he was campaigning. People went there and shot at his security men. 3 of them died on the spot. Has it been resolved? It has not been resolved. Nobody has come out to give a clear picture of the whole thing. So the society is, all these people are only interested.
Chief,
yes, that is what.
I asked the question about the election, Chief, because of waiting history don't show us. During election time, we see some kind of violence, they increase during election time. And if we don't start to record this kind of things for the Southeast this time, when election period never reach, waiting will happen that time. And I ask this because of the position of the people, not even because of the election or the politicians, but the impact on the people.
Iseeee, my sister, let me tell you something. I'm a freedom fighter. I think about the welfare of my people. I'm not a politician. I don't answer things I don't have interest in. You see, I want security first because that is what pertains to my people. I don't know about some people who are contesting election. If they are contesting election, that's what Nigerians want. Election, that's what politicians want. They don't want to know have a permanent solution to something. As it is security, you have permanent solution for it. But once it is the election period, makeshift arrangements, clamp down, while you're voting and all that, they bring and pick to people, they will say, they have been elected, that the new governors, that this and that and that, when it is not the situation. So I don't speak over nonsense, over things I know that don't even happen in the first place. So I will not talk about Anambra election because I know
that you're so interested in security. What do you think about waiting the ESN group they do? That's the Eastern Security Network.
Right from the word go, I was critical to the operations of Eastern Security Network. I said that it was not a place of one man or a person, an individual, to nominate for us those who will guide us. My opinion still persists. I still insist that it is not a place of one person to assemble some people to come and provide security for us. But what I'm thinking now is I think with what has happened, the Southeast governors will come together now and ask themselves questions. With what happened that a group of people came from nowhere, came to the seat of power, did all they did and left without a word of them being caught. I think it gives questions than answers for people to sit up. As I'm talking to you, I'm also sitting up, asking myself questions. How can this be possible? So I think in a few days to come, we shall have answers to all these questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Chief Ralph Uwazurike, the leader of the movement of the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra. So thank you for your time, and thank you, Steve. You follow us to talk about all these issues, especially what happened for Owerri, the state capital of Imo, yesterday.
You didn't mention the Ijeeeee. I am the Ijeeeee. And the Iseeeee Buruburu the second.
Sorry, Chief. I know one spoiled. I know so thank you
problem.
very much.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Thank you.
Taking time for your time to talk to us today. Thank you very much.